Well, good afternoon to you, good afternoon. Where are we? 11th of September 2020. Yeah, 11th of September, that's a day that we all remember. Lots of reasons. A couple of you, more than a couple of you, have said, are you all right? Are you still alive? Well, of course, if I wasn't still alive, I wouldn't be able to answer. Yes, I'm still alive, and I sort of got out of the habit of taking lots of video. You get out of habits, and then somehow it time rushes by. There we are. I'm thankful for those of you who asked about my welfare. I'm fine. I've not had any illness. It's been a strange sort of time, hasn't it, with the confinement caused by COVID. You know, we can't do all the things we usually do, but we carry on regardless. And we've been planting out the rose cuttings that I took last year. Sort of pleased with those. I've been eating tomatoes. I don't know if I told you, but someone gave me lots of tomato plants and I didn't really have time to look after them properly, but they're doing okay. They've been feeding me quite well. Another of the rose cuttings from last year. What I'm finding here is the folk are just generous. It's sort of second nature to them. They've got something that sometimes it's something they don't want anymore, or they may have a surplus of it, and they think about you and they give you things, which is lovely. Sometimes it causes sort of minor headaches. I'll explain more shortly. See, these again are the rose cuttings. An anti-rhinum, bunny rabbits to you and me. That was given to me by a friend. Unfortunately, a dead rose. It flowered and then it was attacked by caterpillars of some sort that just munched all of the leaves off it, and no leaves, it failed to survive. Got to do some gardening out here, haven't I? Yes, gifted anti-rhinums, gifted tomato plants. I have passed on some tomatoes to a neighbour who hasn't got any. Seemed like the right thing to do. I was gifted earlier in the year some surplus seed. Someone had bought a packet of seed and didn't need all of it. Apparently I've got to make soup with that. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. And this is something that I have been up to. That, when it's cut to size, it's 2 pieces of tongued and grooved oak boards. When it's cut to size, sanded and polished, that will be the fascia for a stair riser. That wasn't given to me, that was something that was abandoned in the building. Pieces of tongued and grooved oak. You know, you just can't fall over pieces of tongued and grooved oak. So that was something there. Some of the progress is very much out of sequence. As I say, people gift you things. I hadn't intended trimming out this space here for some time, but a builder I know was doing a job and he finished the job and he had a complete spare sheet of, I'll call it plasterboard, here they call it plaque, and he stuck it in my barn for me. right in my way where I couldn't get the tractor in and out. So I thought, okay, rather than move it and move it and move it, I will just get on and fit it up. You know, the next job with that will be plastering it in. Yeah, it was very kind of him to think of me. He went out of his way to deliver it to me and stuck it right in my way, so I got on and used it. I've not made as much progress, as much obvious progress as I would like to, which might be partly why I've not been shooting lots of video, but progress is happening. And I've been sorting out pieces of skirting board. They're not fixed, not fitted yet. I was just making sure I'd got some. A bit of undercoat on this wall. Ugh, horrible, isn't it? Because I wanted to see how much more it needed. This wall has got a big crack in the plaster, and I knocked out loose plaster and I've been filling it, but then I thought if I stick some undercoat on it I can see how well we're getting on. That, I'm very pleased with that. That was a big hole, and before I put the plaster in I've pushed in lots of show, and I'm pleased with that. Plaster hasn't shrunk, which I expected it to. Yeah, so there is progress. Should I turn the camera upwards? I'm not really proud of what's up there. Ugh, yeah, lots to do. But, you know, things are happening. Things are happening. Oh, that was something I was given. I don't know, how many of you say the Angelus at 6 in the morning and at noon and at 6 in the evening? For those of you that don't know what the Angelus is, I suggest you Google it. It is a contemplative prayer, and someone thought I should have a copy of it in French, and someone else thought I should have a picture of St. Rita. Yeah, St. Rita. Look her up. She is, amongst other things, the patron saint of abused wives. Yeah. I created a little niche. It's not exactly a French tradition, but it's a tradition-ish of sorts to have various bits of statue around the property. I've told people I haven't got a decent statue to go in there. I'm sure sooner or later we will have. Yeah, as I say, progress is happening, but it's not exactly happening as quickly as I would want it to. Yeah, and that's why, you know, the workforce, every time you turn round, they're sleeping.